All right, everybody. I want to talk about derealization, something that is very personal to me, something that I really never talked about before. Uh, I had derealization for 3 years straight. I almost had no breaks the entire time. I'm telling you, every day I
It's
woke
the
up,
worst.
couldn't remember my memories anymore. Then felt outside of my body so much every day to the point
That would be depersonalization when you feel outside of your body.
where it felt like I was high all day, every day.
Yeah,
And,
that's a
and
common description of derealization, as people say it feels like I'm high.
I never smoked during that time. So it's like I never
Yeah,
understood.
my depersonalization realization originally started because, well, it wasn't only a bad marijuana experience. I realize now I was actually very, very stressed out really since I was 5 years old. And the bad marijuana experience in 2008 was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. But I went through the symptoms constantly for a year. And then I kind of used acceptance to get them to go away for the most part for a few years. But then they came back and I hadn't touched marijuana in years. And so I really thought that I messed up my brain after that. But that's because it actually wasn't connected to the marijuana. It was and it wasn't. The marijuana definitely escalated my nervous system, but my body was a war zone. And because I just used acceptance to invite in my symptoms, but I never actually got in tune with my body and learned how to self regulate and befriend my body, everything came back.
What derealization was, but it was an extension of anxiety. And so there was a time where I realized nothing in the West could give me an answer for this.
Well, technically, depersonalization realization isn't a symptom of anxiety. It actually happens at the point of overwhelming stress in the nervous system. So, generally speaking, yes, it's connected to a dysregulated nervous system, but depersonalization realization is part of a trauma response, which is a state of overwhelming stress. You could see it again as like filling up a cup of water. Once it begins to overflow, that's whenever your body and nervous system technically go into the freeze response, which is synonymous with the trauma response, and your body is trying to prepare you to be eaten by a lion. And there's a shutdown of what Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, who wrote The Body Keeps the Score, calls the Mohawk of self-awareness. It's a series of brain structures that are responsible for you feeling connected to your body, yourself, and the material world. Basically, if you're going to get eaten by the lion, you might as well not feel it. That's why these symptoms happen.
just had no answer for this. Medicine, there was no answer for this until I finally started looking at esoteric reasons for why derealization occurs. And it's
Well, I want to say this. I love doctors. I love licensed mental professionals. I try not to throw the baby out the bathwater. I think that the medical system provides just like miracles for so many people, and there's so many things that are good about it. Same with the mental health system, but unfortunately, there is not enough education or expertise when it comes to dealing with depersonalization realization.